I'm trying my very best not to basically say anything about their strategies and whatnot because of the fact that I know these players really well, but what's going on, everybody? This is Childish. We're back at it again with a brand new video for Summoners 4. Today we're going to be taking a second to talk about the upcoming event, the America's Cup, and talking about our predictions for not only the regular RTA, but of course the new feature, the Guild Arena Battle. Now, if you guys haven't heard about it, it's going to be in less than 2 weeks, Saturday, September 8th. The event's going to be going down at the LA Waterfront. So if you guys are looking to stop on by, I'm going to go ahead and leave a link in the description down below so that you guys can go ahead and get your free ticket and partake in this really cool event. So again, we have ourselves the RT event, which of course we're all expecting, but of course the Guild Arena Battle, which is going to be a new feature forcing us to use 15 unique monsters between each of the guilds. It's going to be very exciting, but what we're going to do is we're going to talk about the RTA, the regular RTA, and the 4 semifinalists that are going to be coming in. We have Thompson, we have Tiger, we have Faint Memory, and we have none other than Dr. Joseph. Okay, so the first one that I got to talk about, of course, is Tiger. This one here it doesn't need any introduction. Winner of the 2017 New York Regionals, and one of the most strongest, right? Did I just say the most strongest? One of the strongest players out there in the game today when it comes to rune quality as well as units. So without any question, he has the potential to do exceptionally well, and we'll have to see what he decides to bring, as of course a lot of people know his playstyle and know that he can mix it up there with a nice wide variety of units. So I'm curious to see what he's going to do here. Now, next one up, we have Thompson. Now, Thompson is part of the SSA or Say Swag Again community. He definitely had himself an interesting bracket, to the say the least. Not only was he able to best side, but he's able to get the jump on Chuffles in order to take that semifinalist spot. So again, given the fact of the quality of players that he had to take to get up to the spot here, I know that he's going to do really well, and I'm excited to see what happens here. The next one that we got for you is going to be Faint Memory. Now, Faint Memory, again, his bracket needs no introduction, has Hachi B, which of course is well known in the community, one of the strongest Brazilian players, but more importantly, one of the best RTA players out there. He's done an exceptional job, not just online, but of course in various tournaments. I'm sure you guys have heard YDCB's Invitational. He's done a really good job across the board when it comes to his kit. And so considering he had to take on Hachi B and take him down, as well as Hua, who is actually going to be still coming on board with the Guild Arena Battle here, which we're going to be talking about in a minute. He obviously has earned himself that spot, and I definitely feel like he's going to be a really strong competitor. Last but not least, we got ourselves Dr. Joseph, who was able to best not only Xeon Legacy, who was actually a player at the 2017 New York Regionals. I had a chance to get to meet him as well, but the one and only Barian, who of course has been widely considered as one of the best players in the game for quite a few years. So again, his bracket is just super strong, and the fact that he was able to take those guys down and come up into there, he is going to be my dark horse out of this group here. Again, I don't want to take anything away from the other 3 players here, but when they think about somebody like him that was able to trump Barian and able to get himself in that final spot for the semifinalists, I'm curious to see what he decides to do to mix it up, as a lot of people are going to be expecting some similar play styles that we saw at the previous event. Okay, so what's your guys' pick on that? Please let me know in the comment section down below. I'm looking forward to hearing your feedback on that. Next one up, we have ourselves the Guild Arena Battle. So honestly, guys, I'm going to be completely honest with you. Out of all the things that are going on at this event, again, they got the festival going on, they're going to have the live music, they're going to have the cosplay, they're going to have so many different events. When we talk about RTA, we've seen a lot of RTA, but this is simply new. Guild Arena Battle, this is going to be very cool. We're going to have 3 players from each of the 4 guilds come out there and see if they can take the #1 spot and just basically crown themselves one of the best guilds on the server. Now, the fact of the matter is that they're going to be bringing on 15 unique monsters between each of the guilds out there. So again, the guildmates are going to have to work together to make sure that not only their teams and the synergy that they're looking to bring is strong, but not going to be taken away from other units that the other players may be using. So it's a really unique mechanic or a unique feature that they're going to be incorporating. And obviously with the diversity of units that we're going to be seeing, I'm really excited to do it. Again, if you guys didn't get a chance to see, I recently made an Educate and Dominate vid, which I'll go ahead and link up top in the information circle, just talking about some of the units that Koopa Troopa, which of course you guys are very familiar with, that the runner-up of the 2017 Mobile Masters Invitational. He had a chance to talk with me and talk about maybe some of these unique monsters that people might be testing out in this new Guild Arena Battle here. So the first guild we're going to be talking about is Apocalypse. Now, of course, when it comes to the Guild War scene, right, we've been going around now for 3 years years, and we've had a chance to see a lot of exceptional guilds out there. But of course, as the game has progressed, we've seen a couple of mergers kind of go into play, and Apocalypse is one of those merged communities that has really shown their stuff here when it comes to their PvP talent. So the members of that is going to be MaxJack, Smacks, Ryujin, and Elusive. Ryujin I haven't had a chance to play around with all too much, but I have seen MaxJack, Smacks not only in Siege or in Guild Wars, but also in RTA, and Elusive as well. I've seen him a lot in Guild Wars. I think if there was a person that I've seen the most, if you guys have seen my videos, I've always gone against Elusive. Why? Because he creates a composition that entices me to attack him, but I get debated because of the fact of his rune quality is so strong. So this is something that we're going to be seeing quite a bit now when it comes to high-end RTA, regardless of what we currently see or how we think certain units are going to be ruined. It's that aspect of rune quality that allows them to create different types of styles of play with their runes, right? Different types of builds in order to kind of trump or debate their players in order to attack them or going for a specific unit over the other. So I know that Elusive is going to have something up his sleeve, and I'm looking forward to seeing that. Okay, next guild that we got for you is Shadowvar. Now Shadowvar is bringing on Max Payne, Dejim01, and Takeasin. Now I haven't had a chance to check them out in the RTA, but they've always done a really good job in Guild Wars, and of course I'm assuming that they're going to be using a lot of their Guild Wars either offense or defense units. They might be making a couple of changes when it comes to RTA, but for the most part, a lot of the common things that we generally see is that a lot of these high quality units, especially the meta units that we see a lot in PvP, they're going to be used back and forth. But again, getting back to that topic, the Guild Arena Battle forcing us to use 15 unique units, they're going to have to mix and match their units in order to work with one another in order to take these other 3 guilds down. So it's going to be pretty interesting here. Now, next guild is definitely one that I'm really excited to talk about, okay? SSA Say Swag Again. If you guys don't know, especially kind of talking about, you know, Apocalypse and whatnot, when it comes to guilds and communities, there's been a lot of changes in the Say Swag family, right? Or the Swag family. Now, Say Swag Again has always been a top-notch guild, but after it was the 2017 New York Regionals, they made a couple of changes and went from being more focused on Guild Wars per se, to RTA. So they ended up bringing a ton of high-quality players to the team that were basically some of the top players in RTA. So again, guys, if you have not had a chance to fight them in RTA, definitely watch out, because you're going to be seeing some of the best well-runed monsters in the game. I want to give a big shout out to the SSA family because they definitely bring it, okay? So their members are going to be White Cuz, iMac, we got Hua, and then we got Thompson that are going to be coming up in there. Now, Thompson, obviously, you guys already heard about it. He is one of the 4 semifinalists that are going to be coming into play. Hua was, in fact, one of the players that was in this tournament but got knocked out by faint memory, so he wasn't able to make it on the regular RTA side, but he is here for the Guild Arena Battle here. And then the last one there, White Cuz iMac, I actually had a chance to meet him at the 2017 New York Regionals. He is super cool, super chill person, and I know I've seen him in the RTA versus a ton of high-quality players out there, so I know he's going to be doing really well. I'm super excited to see what he brings this time around, okay? And then last but not least, we got to throw it out there, shameless plug, my guild, Epic Fat Alpha, is going to be joining this group of stellar guilds out there for the first Guild Arena Battle at the America's Cup here. We have Burke, we have Topa V, and we have Empty. So obviously I am super excited to have our guild be represented in this event, and I know that they're going to be doing really good. Now, I'm trying my very best not to basically say anything about their strategies and whatnot because of the fact that I know these players really well, but let's just go ahead and address a couple of things that is pretty much common throughout the gameplay. Now, when it comes to Burke, okay, we know he's an aggressive player. Will he stay aggressive? We'll have to wait and see, but I'm curious to see if he decides to mix it up or he decides to kind of focus on aggressive units and let the other 2 players, Topa V and Empty, kind of mix it up. Now, Topa V, he's had just quite the ride here these past few years here, getting some of the most meta units in the game, which of course you guys already know about his last LD Nat 5 Yeahong. That just basically changes everything when it comes to what you decide to pick in your RTA format. So obviously he doesn't have to worry about his other players picking Yeahong because he's the only ones to do, and any guild that's going up against him should know that that's going to be one of the units he's going to be looking at, so they better be planning it out. Again, I'm so sorry, Topa V, I'm giving it all the way to secrets, but everybody knows you have Yeahong. We just got to put it out there. It's whatever. God bless you. I love you, okay? So Topa V, he knows the game inside and out. He's been invited so many times now in 2017 as well as 2018 to these events here, has represented our Epic Fail family for the longest time. And so I know he's going to be doing well here. Again, he's going to be able to work with Burke and Empty in order to see what they could do and bring the best team possible. Now, Empty, he's relatively new to our guild, but again, don't take anything away from his loyalty. He's always been an avid supporter of all of us in the Epic Fail family. He's been hanging out with us for quite some time on various channels here. He, again, not trying to throw any spoilers out their way, but let's just say that he has variety, okay? So when it comes down to what these guys are going to be doing and what kind of strategies they might be doing, if I had to take a wild guess, okay? If I had to take a wild guess, the players, and this is kind of across the board. This is kind of across the board, okay? The players that are going to be in this team, right? All these different guilds with the different players. The player that has the most variety, okay, of units, they're probably going to be put last. And here's why. Because obviously you're going to have in mind what you want to use in your lineup. But again, regardless of what you want to use, you still have to see what player B wants to use. And he may be picking a unit that you are planning on, which is, again, the reason why there's going to be a lot of more unique units that we're not expecting, right? Maybe you kind of have in your head which ones you want to use, but if they pick one of those units, then you are not going to be in a good place, right? You have to mix it up and do well. And what if they take some unit that you weren't expecting and it forces you to use a unit that maybe your other player, your other guildmate was using in order to get the win, secure the win for the first team? So again, a lot of things are going to be going on these players' minds, and what they have to do, especially for the player that's going to be going last, has to basically allow his monster box to be well-rounded across the board in order to basically hang in there if some of those things kind of happen, right? Anything could happen at the end of the day. So he needs to be ready, basically. He needs to be ready. So if there was one person that I think that can do that, I think that is Empty. And that is why he's one of our 3 members that are going to be representing Epic Fail Alpha at the Summoners War America's Cup. Okay, so again, guys, this is my predictions for these lineups here. I'm really excited for this event. Again, if you guys haven't checked it out, I'm going to go ahead and leave a link in the description down below if you guys want to go ahead and get your free ticket. I'm super excited to be heading out that way. Again, less than 2 weeks, Saturday, September 8th, is going to be at the LA Waterfront. I hope you guys can make it out there. Take care, God bless, and we will see you all in a couple of weeks.